Hello Frank. I heard you received a patent for your invention called Gate. What's it about?
It's about a new system to solve problems of traditional passwords.
What problems with traditional passwords?
Well, here's a clip showing some of the problems. Besides the restrictions seen in the clip, there are also dangers of exposure. You thought your passwords are invisible, but to hackers, they are plain and simple. Here's an example of picking. As you can see, the password is 789789. Traditional password is prone to keylogging. Here's a clip for that.
You asked him to change his password?
When he downloaded the PDF, what he downloaded was the keylogger.
I've heard of keylogging. Now I understand how dangerous it is.
Besides keylogging, there's also phishing and wiretapping. Let's see how wiretapping works.
So this is a hotel room, kind of like the one I'm staying in. I get bored sometimes. A room like this has not a lot to offer for entertainment, but for a hacker, it gets a little interesting because that television is not like the television in your home. It's a node on a network, right? That means I can mess with it. If I plug a little device like this into my computer, it's an infrared transceiver. I can send the codes that the TV remote might send and some other codes. So what? Well, I can watch movies for free. That doesn't matter to me so much, but I can play video games too. Hey, but what's this? I can not only do this for my TV in my hotel room, I can control your TV in your hotel room. So I can watch you if you're checking out with one of these, TV-based registration things. If you're surfing the web on your hotel TV, I can watch you do it. Sometimes you see interesting stuff. Funds transfer, really big funds transfers. You never know what people might want to do while they're surfing the web from their hotel room. But the point is, I get to decide if you're watching Disney or porn tonight. Anybody else staying at the Affinia Hotel? All right. This is a project I worked on when we were trying to figure out the security properties of wireless networks. It's called the HackerBot. This is a robot we built that can drive around and find Wi-Fi users, drive up to them, and show them their passwords on the screen. We just wanted to build a robot, but we didn't know what to make it do, so we made the pistol version of the same thing. This is called the Sniper Yagi. It's for your long-range password sniffing action about a mile away. I can watch your wireless network. This is a project I worked on with Ben Laurie to show passive surveillance. So what it is a map of the conference called Computers, Freedom, and Privacy. And this conference was in a hotel. And what we did is we put a computer in each room of the conference that logged all the Bluetooth traffic. So as everybody came and went with their phones and laptops, we were able to just log that, correlate it, and then I can print out a map like this for everybody at the conference. This is Kim Cameron, the chief privacy architect at Microsoft. Unbeknownst to him, I got to see everywhere he went.
Whoa, that's scary and annoying. So, what can we do?
We can come up with a solution to solve all the above problems.
Solve all the problems. Easy for you to say.
To find a solution, it's necessary to get to the underlying causes of the problems. They all come down to one thing. The traditional password is too obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious for sure, but how can you make it not obvious?
That's where gate comes in. For each user pin, we can mix it with other symbols to form a token and enter them together as a group. And the symbols available for user to select include many different types of signs. So instead of password, let's call it a passcode.
That will make it obscure and conceal the pin, but I'll come up with those symbols.
During registration, user creates user ID and passcode through this screen. All the available symbols are grouped into 4 categories. Each category of symbols will show up in a unique location in the token. So it will be easier for the user to quickly locate his pins in the tokens. Each token will have 4 symbols. They are in 4 areas of the token. Each time user enters a user ID, the server will find the pins in the user passcode and mix them with other symbols and present them to the user in a tokens table. And then the user can select and enter the tokens with user pins to log in.
Brilliant. That's an excellent solution. The strength of the passcode doesn't depend on which symbols you enter, but instead is built into the system. But if the hacker observes the login sessions enough times, he will eventually figure out what each pin is. Because if he compares all the first tokens from different login sessions, he can find out your first pin always appears in the first token, and your second pin always appears in the second token, and so on.
Yes, good observation. So in order to avoid that, the server can randomly select several of the user pins to show up in the tokens table. There is no guarantee that all user pins will show up, but at least one user pin will definitely be in the tokens table. When a user pin is not in the tokens table, user can and must select a wildcard random token to enter that missing pin.
I noticed that the tokens the user enters each time to log in will all be different.
Yes, there's no guarantee that all user pins will be in the tokens user enter each time when he successfully logs in, and therefore the user passcode will not be obvious.
Yeah, I see. It will definitely make a hacker's job much tougher. Even if intercepted, the user passcode will not be exposed. It's simple and secure, so you no more need the restrictions of lowercase, uppercase, numbers, and special characters. They are all part of the design. You can even use something as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4, and it won't reduce the strength of the passcode.
That's right. The strength is built into the gate method and system.
So, why is it called gate?
GATE stands for Graphic Access Tabular Entry because you log in by graphically enter information from a table.
Are the available symbols fixed, as shown in the image?
No. The available symbols and the size of the tokens table are all adjustable. You can have more symbols if you like, and the tokens table can be 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, or some other configuration. And the number of symbols in each token is also changeable. If there are 4 symbols in each token, it's called gate 4. If there are 5 symbols in each token, it's called gate 5.
I wonder how does Gate compare to other authentication systems, such as iris scanning and fingerprinting?
Good point. Do you feel comfortable for your eyes to be scanned by a light a few times a day? Iris scanning and fingerprinting can only be done between people and a machine, while the gate system can be used in both people-to-machine and machine-to-machine authentication. You can use gate to program machines to authenticate each other.
How about multi-factor authentication?
With multi-factor authentication, you are leaking secrets every time you authenticate. How many secrets do you have to leak?
So, Gate is not only easier to use, but also more secure and more versatile. And it's not a one-time use passcode. It keeps the same until user changes it.
Correct. Not only that, do you know Gate can also be used for information encryption and decryption?
Really? How do you use Gate to encrypt and decrypt messages? Could you show me an example?
Yes. Just like authenticating each user, we can use Gate to authenticate each piece of information. We can mix other characters with the characters in your message and get the encrypted message. Then attach each character in the encrypted message with the tokens table and some key tokens. If a character is from your original message, then the tokens table and the key tokens attached to that character will authenticate each other. Otherwise, if a character is a filler character, then the tokens table and the key tokens attached to that character will not authenticate each other. So at the receiver side, we can use the same key that the sender used to decrypt the message and get the original information.
Okay, that's how it works. Authenticate each piece of information element just like authenticating an individual user. Attach valid tokens table and the key tokens to the elements in the original message, and attach invalid tokens table and the key tokens to the filler elements in the message. This is different from all other encryption algorithms.
One more thing about Gate is that it can defeat phishing. In order for a user to enter a passcode, the system needs to get the user's pins and mix them with the other symbols and present them to the user in a tokens table. Since user pins are not known to the phishing site, it cannot generate those tokens, and therefore phishing won't work. Traditional password is like a regular glass. It's not designed to be intercepted. Gate is like a bulletproof glass, which can withstand multiple shots. Gate can withstand multiple interceptions. Traditional password is also like a fixed target, while Gate is like a moving and hard-to-hit target.
Wonderful! Congratulations for getting this useful patent.
Thanks. I hope it can contribute to the strength of cybersecurity. Gate doesn't require users or the system to upload special symbols. It uses Unicode, which is in all standard modern computer operating systems. It also doesn't need special hardware. As more organizations adopt this new and more secure technology, places using traditional passwords become easy targets.
No one wants to be easy targets for hackers. Gate makes user passcodes obscure. It's easy to implement and use. Besides, it increases passcode strength exponentially. So, how do people contact you for more information about Gate?
The contact information is available on the website nmjava.com/gate.
Hey, Baraballi. What do you want? Watch the door for a few minutes, and don't let anyone in without the password. All right, what is it? Swordfish is the password, do you understand? Okay, I got it. Well, what is it? Password. Swordfish! Swordfish! You like the swordfish, the swordfish. Piazza mascoso in the room per lo faccio così pazzo. Boy, outside with you.
One of the things that's intriguing to people who are professional intelligence officers is his tradecraft and the tradecraft of the service that employs him, MI6. Looking at Diamonds Are Forever, one of the scenes jumps out for me in that film, and that's where he takes on the identity of Peter Franks.
Mr. Franks, your passport is quite in order.
Well, anyone seeing you in that outfit, Moneypenny, would most certainly be discouraged from leaving the country.
It's very much like a classic sting operation. He arrives at the apartment of Tiffany Case.
Make yourself at home. I'll be out in a minute.
She challenges him. He's got a passport, good foresight. Not only that, this is the great scene where she offers him a drink and then takes the drink back in to put ice in it and secretly lifts his fingerprint from the glass, shows it to the monitor, and indeed it is Peter Franks' fingerprint. Later in the film we see Bond removing from his fingertips very carefully pieces of cellophane clearly containing Peter Franks' fingerprints. And that piece of tradecraft with lifting the fingerprints was very intriguing at the time when the film came out. I don't know that we had anything even remotely like that in CIA at the time. Certainly, as we've seen identification techniques improve over the years, we now know that fingerprints are used for entering secure places. And so I've got to believe that once you start using that as a security measure, other people will make efforts to frustrate it by being able to copy fingerprints.
Welcome you to your parole hearing. Let's get this one over quick. 29 years ago, the parole system as you know it was rendered obsolete. Federal Statute 537-29. Stop it! Do you have anything fresh to say on your behalf? I thought not.
Yeah, I do. Teddy bear.
How do you know the password to the cuffs?
I wish I knew. Simon says die.
Retina coding accepted, Warden William Smithers. Be well.
Yeah, you too.
There it is! The Bridge of Death!
Oh, great.
Look! There's the old man from scene 24.
What is he doing here?
He is the keeper of the Bridge of Death. He asks each traveler 5 questions.
3 questions?
3 questions. He who answers the 5 questions...
3 questions?
3 questions may cross in safety.
What if you get a question wrong?
Then you are cast into the gorge of eternal peril.
Oh, wacko. Who's going to answer the question?
Sir Robin.
Yes?
Brave Sir Robin, you go.
Hey, I've got a great idea. Why doesn't Lancelot go?
Yes, let me go, my liege. I will take him single-handed. I shall make a feint to the northeast.
No, hang on. Just answer the 5 questions.
3 questions?
3 questions as best you can, and we shall watch and pray.
I understand, my liege.
Good luck! Praise the Lancelot! God be with you!
Stop! Oh, and cross the bridge of death must answer these questions 3. There, the other side, ye see.
Ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I'm not afraid.
What is your name?
My name is Sir Lancelot of Camelot.
What is your quest?
To seek the Holy Grail.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.
Right, off you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's easy! Stop! Who approaches the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3. There, the other side, ye see.
Ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I'm not afraid.
What is your name?
Sir Robin of Camelot.
What is your quest?
To seek the Holy Grail.
What is the capital of Syria?
I don't know that!
Stop! What is your name? Sir Galahad of Camelot. What is your quest? I seek the Grail. What is your favorite color? Blue. No. Stop! What is your name?
It is Arthur, King of the Britons.
What is your quest?
To seek the Holy Grail.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
What do you mean? African or European swallow?
I don't know that.
Who knew so much about swallows? Well, you have to know these things when you're a king, you know.